Hi guys, welcome another video of TechieNet. In this video, we will cover CYSA plus CS0-003 exam practice questions which might help you to understand and learn these questions and its answers. We will cover each question in depth to understand the terms and scenarios and if answer is applicable for that or not. We will cover around 2,000 questions in this series covering all aspects of cybersecurity analyst course, and understanding each scenario. Before starting this, if you haven't subscribed our channel, please do subscribe our channel to stay up to date with our new released videos and click on the bell icon so you can receive notification every time when we release these videos. So let's start. In this video we will cover 10 questions of threat management. We have around 350 to 400 questions to cover on threat management topic that will definitely help you guys to understand this chapter in depth and might help you with your exam. Question 1. Senior C-level executives at the organization that Alex work have received targeted phishing messages that include a fake organizational login page link and a message that states that their passwords were inadvertently reset during a scheduled maintenance window. What type of attack should Alex describe in his after-action report? Options. A. Tuna phishing. B. Whaling. C. Spear phishing. D. SAML phishing. Now let's understand this question with some phishing terms. Tuna phishing, this is not a recognized term in the context of phishing attacks. So this can't be the correct option. Whaling is a specific type of phishing attack targeting high-profile individuals like C-level executives. These attacks often use carefully crafted messages to exploit their influence or access to sensitive information. This seems the correct option, but take a look on other two options as well. C. Spear phishing. Spear phishing targets specific individuals or groups using personalized information to make the attack more convincing. However, it doesn't specifically refer to targeting high-level executives. While this is close, whaling is a more accurate term when C-level executives are targeted. D. SAML phishing. SAML phishing refers to phishing attacks that exploit the SAML, security assertion markup language, protocol to steal login credentials or session tokens in federated authentication systems. While the attack in the scenario involves fake login pages, there is no indication that SAML was specifically involved. Not applicable here. Our correct answer here is B. Whaling. Question 2. Brandon wants to perform a WHOS query for a system he believes is located in Europe. Which NIC should he select to have the greatest likelihood of success for his query? Options. A. Afrinic. B. Apnic. C. RIPE. D. LACNIC. Let's see these abbreviations that will help us understand the location. Afrinic stands for African Network Information Center, manages IP address allocations for Africa. APNIC stands for Asia-Pacific Network Information Center, is responsible for IP address allocations in the Asia-Pacific region. RIPE. RIPE, Réseau IP Européens Network Coordination Center, manages IP address allocations and WHOS queries for Europe, the Middle East, and parts of Central Asia. LACNIC, Latin America and Caribbean Network Information Center, handles IP address allocations for Latin America and the Caribbean. So our correct answer is C. RIPE. Brandon should use RIPE for the WHOS query since it is the RIR responsible for systems located in Europe. Question 3. Chris wants to determine what TCP ports are listening on a Windows system. What is his best option to determine this from the command line? Options. A. Use ARP A. B. Use netstat LT. C. Use map T127.0.0.1. D. There is not a Windows command due to this. Let's understand these options. Option A. The ARP, a command displays the ARP table, showing IP to MAC address. Option B, the netstat command is valid, but the LT option is specific to Linux/Unix systems and not recognized on Windows. On Windows, netstat and is used to display listening ports and active connections. Optio-C map is a powerful network scanning tool, but it is not a built-in Windows command. Option D. There is not a Windows command to do this. This is correct answer as command used in Windows is netstat -un. Question number 4. As part of her system hardening process for a Windows 10 workstation, Lauren runs the Microsoft Baseline System Analyzer. She sees the following result after MBSA runs. What can she determine from this scan? Options. A. The system has been compromised, and shares allow all users to read and execute administrative files. B. The system has default administrative shares enabled. C. The system is part of a domain that uses administrative shares to manage systems. D. The shares are properly secured and pose no threat to the system. Looking at the picture and seeing the directories, it's clearly showing that only Lauren can determine only that the default administrative shares are enabled. While these administrative shares are useful for remote administration, they can pose a threat for systems that do not require them, and some security baseline suggest disabling them in the registry if they are not used. Question number 5. While Greg was performing a port scan of a critical server system, the system administrators at his company observed the behavior shown here in their network management software suite. What action should Greg take after he is shown this chart? Options. A. Increase the number of concurrent scans. B. Decrease the number of ports scanned. C. Decrease the number of concurrent scans. D. Increase the number of ports scanned. Looking at the picture, there is a significant increase in network latency for the host he is scanning against. This could result in performance issues for users of the server. Greg needs to slow down his scan, which can be accomplished by reducing the number of concurrent scans. Correct option here is C. Decrease the number of concurrent scans. Question number 6. An access control system that relies on the operating system to constrain the ability of a subject to perform operations is an example of what type of access control system? Options. A. A discretionary access control system. B. Role-based access control system. C. A mandatory access control system. D. A level-based access control system. Now let's understand the options. A mandatory access control system relies on the operating system to constrain what actions or access a subject can perform on an object. Role-based access control uses roles to determine access to resources. And discretionary access control allows subjects to control access to objects that they own or are responsible for. Level-based access control is a type of role-based access control. Our correct option here is C. A mandatory access control system. Question 7. While reviewing Apache logs, Janet sees the following entries as well as hundreds of others from the same source IP. What should Janet report has occurred? Options. A. A denial of service attack. B. A vulnerability scan. C. A port scan. D. A directory traversal attack. Analyzing the logs provided, it appears that a single source IP address, 10.0.1.1, is systematically requesting multiple specific PHP files, sample.php, test.php, manage.php, etc., under the /scripts/directory in rapid succession. Correct option is B, a vulnerability scan. The systematic requests for potentially sensitive or exploitable PHP scripts suggest that the source IP is performing a vulnerability scan to identify weaknesses in the server. Question number 8. A PCAP file from a system administrator at a remote site who was concerned about the traffic it showed. What type of behavior should Charles report after his analysis of the file? Options. A DOS attack. B. Port scanning. C. A DDoS attack. D. Service access issues. Looking at the given picture, we can see all traffic comes from one host, 10.100.25.14, and is sent to the same host, 10.100.18.12. All the traffic shown is TCP/SYNs to well-known ports. User should quickly identify this as a SYN-based port scan, so correct option is B, port scanning. Question number 9. Susan is reviewing files on a Windows workstation and believes that Command-exe has been replaced with a malware package. Which of the following is the best way to validate her theory? Options are: A. Submit Command-exe to VirusTotal. B. Compare the hash of Command-exe to a known good version. C. Check the file using the National Software Reference Library. D. Run Command-exe to make sure its behavior is normal. Susan's best option is to submit the file to a tool like VirusTotal, which will scan it for virus-like behaviors and known malware tools. Checking the hash by using either a manual check or by using the National Software Reference Library can tell her if the file matches a known good version but won't tell her if it includes malware. Running a suspect file is the worst option on the list. So the correct option here is A, submit Command-exe to VirusTotal. Question 10. What U.S. government program seeks to provide trusted sources that meet the following requirements? Provide a chain of custody for classified and unclassified integrated circuits. Ensure that there will not be any reasonable threats related to supply disruption. Prevent intentional or unintentional modification or tampering of integrated circuits. Protect integrated circuits from reverse engineering and vulnerability testing. Options are: A. Trusted foundry. B. Chain of custody. C. Trusted suppliers. D. Trusted access program. The U.S. Department of Defense Trusted Foundry Program is intended to ensure the integrity and confidentiality of integrated circuits throughout the design and manufacturing life cycle while retaining access to leading-edge technology for trusted and untrusted uses. So the correct option here is A. If you're ready to take your cybersecurity knowledge to the next level, this video is just the beginning. Packed with insights and tips, we're here to help you stay one step ahead. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends.